The NBA just hit the world with the okie doke. Nobody don't even peep what's going on, but I'll tell y'all real quick. So, the big news after Kobe died, everybody mourning, woo woo. Big petition, millions and millions, gaining by the day. Almost up to 4 to 6 million. It was 2 million last time I checked, but it was heading in that direction. So you seen that was the wave, and that was going to be the push, and that was going to be the question. Why can't we get Kobe? Why is this? You got this guy that's not reflective of the players in the league, not reflective of majority of the greatest players in the league. You got the non-majority image as the image. It's going to start bringing questions like that. Why not? And even if you're going to go that route, it should be maybe a Larry Bird. Not a guy who's 1-12 in the finals. So a very good GM, but as far as a player, when he had the logo, he's cool. He's cool, but compared to the great players of the culture, a little bit, a little below that. A little below that, maybe a lot below that. But, so the big push is, we getting back to the big question that they always try to avoid. Why isn't someone that's a reflective image of what the league look like, of what the greatest players in the history of the league look like? Why not make him an image? This is a perfect time. I would even go buy. I don't buy a jersey, but I'll go buy a jersey if that happens. So we get into that question. All these petitions, fans of all colors. And people don't see the games the billionaires play. See, the NBA, they try to pose as more color progressive, more over the NFL. Even though it's not against the rules to take a knee during the anthem during the NFL, but in the NBA, it's against the rules. You get suspended without pay. There's a guy late 90s or early 2000s, Sharif, can't remember. Just look at a guy who protested, played for the Chicago Bulls. Protests, and he's got kicked out the league. There was no big. This was before the quote unquote woke era. Before everybody was getting knowledge of self. Before everybody watched Hidden Colors. This one it wasn't cool. I know for the kids and the young teens is tuning in, and the young adults is tuning in. They might think it always been like this, but there was a point in time where. Go home, Sharif. We don't want to hear that, Sharif. That was a thing, But now Sharif is cool. But and the NFL made it a rule. NBA made it a rule where you can't even protest. So all of that stuff they was talking during the NFL anthem stuff is crazy. But they know most of the youth they don't do any research. We just give you guys the narrative, and you guys just to go with it. Emotional watchers, emotional followers. Don't do any research. So they take advantage of that. But yeah, it's against the rules in the NBA. So the NBA is pretty much the same thing. They just do it with a smile, so you don't even pay attention to that. It's pretty much how Obama has very similar policies and thoughts as Trump has on the policies. Like when people think the kids in the cages, that was Trump. No, that was Obama administration. The kids in the cages. All of this stuff been going on. Just one guy makes it part of his brand, the other guy does it and don't make it a big part of the brand. You just do everything and smile and say what people want to hear. But that's another note. So let's get back to everything. Big point. So the big push was going to be, why not make Kobe the logo? All of a sudden, billionaires, man, we don't want to have this conversation. Man, toss our some of our representatives. We got the strings on. They look like him. Make him start an argument in a debate. Because we try to do it. All right, next thing you know, Gayle King comes out, starts talking about the rape stuff. Big reaction, big back and forth. Okay, yeah, let's get them people of the culture fighting each other so they can get off of that. Now everybody just focused on Gayle King and Snoop Dogg, the rape allegations that got thrown out. Never made it to trial. And nobody remembers any conversation about the logo. Once again, emotional watchers. Once again, got hit with the okie doke. Once again, easily distracted. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. You guys have they just hit you with the okie doke, the hezzy. You were going one way, you were running, you were pushing, you were going to force an important conversation, and we just got the crabs in a bucket fighting again. Congratulations, you played yourself. I'm out. Pay attention. Stay fake woke.